All right, if you're a Jack Russell owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That intense, full body shake that just seems to pop up out of nowhere. It's got to be one of the breed's biggest, most puzzling quirks. But what's really going on? Well, today we are going to decode that signature Jack Russell tremor.
So this is the big question, right? The one every owner asks themselves. Is that a happy little quiver of excitement, or is your terrier just, cold? It can feel like a total mystery. But the good news is there are actually very clear clues that can tell you the difference. And today, we're going to uncover them.
Before we jump into the causes, let's put a proper name to what we're seeing. From a clinical standpoint, this isn't just a shake or a shiver. It's actually described as a high-frequency vibration. Thinking about it like that helps us move past just guessing and lets us look at this as a specific physiological response. Okay, so for our investigation, we have two main suspects. On one side, you've got neurological excitement. That's a tremor coming from inside the dog's brain. And on the other side, we have thermoregulation, which is just a physical response to the environment. So one is a psychological trigger and the other is purely physical. Let's open up the case file for each one. So this first case file, it really gets to the absolute core of the Jack Russell personality. The tremor is often just pure, unfiltered neurological excitement. It's directly linked to their predatory drive, that powerful hunting instinct that is so hardwired into them. The moment they see a squirrel or hear a weird noise, their brain just lights up and all that energy has to go somewhere. It's an internal trigger, a burst of adrenaline that you can literally see. Now, our second suspect is a whole lot more straightforward. This is the cold case file, literally. The shaking could simply be a physical response to a drop in temperature. It's an involuntary muscle spasm, basically, designed to generate heat and help them regulate their body temperature. So, unlike the excitement case, this is caused by a really clear environmental trigger. It's just cold. Okay, so we've got our two suspects. How do we tell them apart? Well, this is where we become detectives. It is time to learn how to read the physical cues your dog is giving you so we can map the evidence and find our answer. And this is where it all clicks. First, just look at their muscle state. If they're showing high rigidity and tension, like a coiled spring ready to explode, that almost always points to excitement. A more general, looser shivering is more typical of just being cold. Now, check the ears. If they are perked up and pointed forward, your dog is alert, focused, a huge sign of excitement. But tucked back ears, that often indicates discomfort. And finally, the paws. Lifting one paw is a classic sign of predatory focus, like they're ready to pounce. If they're just cold, they'll most likely keep all four paws firmly planted on the ground for stability. So, you've seen the clues and you know what to look for. Now it's time to put all of this together into a simple, actionable framework. This is how you're going to get the definitive answer every single time. It all comes down to these three easy steps. First, assess the environment. Is it actually cold? For you or for your dog? It's the simplest first step. Second, isolate those physical cues we just went over. Check the ears, the paws, and the muscle tension. And third, identify the trigger. Is your dog staring intently at a squirrel, or is the thermostat just set way too low? If you follow these steps, you are going to land on the right conclusion. And just like that, you've cracked the code. What once seemed like this totally random, mysterious behavior is now something you can actually read and understand. You're now so much better equipped to know what your terrier is thinking and feeling from one moment to the next. And hey, if you want to dive even deeper into the incredible world of the Jack Russell Terrier, we have a fantastic free course available for dedicated owners just like you. You'll find the link for it right here. Thanks so much for watching, and happy decoding.